Hey everybody, welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I am Bob, and welcome back to my 5th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. I'm hoping I can bounce back a little bit this episode. Last episode was kind of a train wreck. I was feeling really rusty, made some rookie mistakes, and on top of that got wrecked by just general bad RNG from the halflings. So hopefully I can make up for that a little bit. I want to get started by just mentioning a little technical issue that I'm dealing with, as I have now moved to Shadowplay or GeForce Experience or whatever NVIDIA's recording software is properly called now. Impregnable pointed out that you guys can't see my mouse cursor. You probably can see the cells I'm highlighting here, but you may not be able to see the cursor itself. That seems to be a problem based on what I read online. It seems to be a problem with NVIDIA's end. It's something to do with the current version of the GeForce software. So hopefully they patch that out soon. I hope it's not too big of an issue, but there's really not anything that I can do about it as far as I know, short of putting my old graphics card back in my computer every time I record. And I'm sorry guys, but I'm not going to do that. But I hope it's not too big of a deal. And also something that was pointed out to me by Nicolad, and this is not a tech issue, moving into more like the normal comments for this episode. There's been something I've had on my halfling for a long time. I actually thought I got rid of this, but apparently I never did. She still has this crappy melee item, this Frostling Ice Pick. He pointed out that the Shatter Strike doesn't really do her any good at all because she's not hitting units in melee, much less frozen or petrified or stone units. Stone skin, frozen, and yeah, petrified units. So that ice pick doesn't really do her any good. It does inflict chilling. I think that's part of the reason why I had it. I think he said it doesn't inflict chilling either on range attacks, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't say that it only affects melee attacks. But whether or not it does, I was thinking I'd use inflict chilling to make the Ice Queen more likely to be able to freeze stuff. But I am now thinking, as I look at this, that it may be better to just make the halfling an entire new melee item altogether. Just something to make her, just something to take that slot, because most melee items aren't going to be that useful for a sorcerer, but I can custom build something. And what I was thinking I would do is make a staff. Probably, yeah, we'll go with that one. And I wanted weakening on it, as well as I could get any of a number of things. Evil Slayer, Good Slayer, Halfling Slayer. Oh, Halfling Slayer would be nice, but by the time it gets to her, Halflings will hopefully be out of the game. I think I might just give her Support Slayer, because there is another sorcerer in this game. So I'm probably going to run into the Draconian supports, and I'm just going to call this the Staff of Weakening or something. Okay, that looks good. Costs a bunch of mana to make, but I do have plenty of mana. A decent chunk of gold. But the reason why I want Inflict Weaken on there, that specifically says it applies to melee and range attacks for one thing. But she's all about range attacks, plus lowering resistance makes stun more likely to trigger. So I think that's probably a better item for her. So I'll go ahead and make that. That'll take a few turns, but better than not having anything useful. Whispering Rocks is up next for production. You know what? Before I get distracted, let's carry on with the comments. I do get easily distracted. And on that note, Baleg Kuthalion, I think is how you pronounce that, said that I should maybe focus on trying to get through my notifications first in case there's anything important there before moving armies around. Probably not a bad idea, something I should keep in mind. It's a bad habit of mine that I just get distracted when I see an army or enemies that I need to kill, that I just want to like go right after them and do something about it. But sometimes you get like an event that triggers or something that it's useful to click on that and see what else is going on in your notifications first. I think there may be some exceptions to that. Generally speaking, the order you do things in this game is very important. So you want to kind of pay attention to both the notifications and what's going on in the strategic map at the same time. But I'll try to keep that in mind. Sarah Feingold said, well, actually, let's start with a comment from several people, actually. General consensus regarding this city up here is that I should just let these Archangels take it back. Someone did suggest, and oh man, I didn't take a note. I always, when I say I think somebody said something, I normally attribute a comment to the wrong person. So I apologize for not putting your name in here. But someone did suggest that I put the cadaver in there and then try to disintegrate those things when they come in to attack the city. But I don't know if I really want to just throw away a gold rank cadaver. And the odds of disintegrating them are going to be kind of low. I think I would rather... I have a different plan for how I'm going to set all that up, and I'll get to that in a minute. But the general consensus is let them retake the city, and the reason I'm doing that is to get rid of Dread Omen. I don't have a reasonable chance of disjuncting that, and I could actually have a critical failure if I tried. So that's something I really want to do. And then last comments, or set of comments, came from Hubert Chow and Sarah Feingold, both telling me to do completely opposite things. But that's okay. I don't mind. Like, there's no really right or wrong way to play this. Well, okay, I guess there are wrong ways to play this game. But in a lot of cases, there's pros and cons to decisions you make. Hubert suggested falling back with Ganon's army, pulling back somewhere over here to where he's in better range to help defend this city, or a general fight off that green army that I know is hanging around in here somewhere. That's one option. I could fall back and do that. The second option, that Sarah Feingold, and by doing so, I could also hopefully lure the halfling leader, wherever she is, into trying to retake this city from me right here. Maybe running up, and then I could catch her while she's out in the open. Sarah Feingold, on the other hand, suggested that she thinks the halfling's last bastion is in the south, and Ganon should go take it out now, which kind of makes sense. Sparrowdale is their last big city. I've knocked out, because this was halfling, this was... Actually, I think that may have been Dreadnought, but I know these two are halfling cities. It is entirely possible that her leader is right down there. That being said, I think I have a better solution, and I need to remember to do this at the end of the turn if I have enough casting points left. But I'm going to actually scout that. Probably summon a cherub and just fly down there and see. If the halfling leader is down there, then yeah, I agree with Sarah. If she's not well defended, Ganon should just go take her out ASAP. Then I don't have to think about the stupid halflings anymore, and I can get back to hopefully trying to win this game. So that is on the back burner for now. In the meantime, let's go ahead and go through a couple notifications here before I get distracted by what's going on with Karzan. I did get Embrace Darkness on this city, so we're going back to, well, Stonewall production, then Storm Sister production. General comments from a lot of people were that I need to cut back on the production of, well, for one thing, having 2 cities producing shrines, which I actually can't even do. I mean, I could make them in this city, but I don't have the money for it. Actually, now that city has... I can build a grand palace in this city when I get a chance. For now, it kind of has to be on merchandise because I don't have enough money. But I wanted this city to have the enchanted crystal tree, and I got that. Got the enchanted armory from that, so I don't really need to do anything with that. I could go ahead and build grand palace to give me a little extra casting points, which would be nice, but I'll have to wait on that. But in general, the idea was stop building giants, maybe stop building Shrines of Smiting, and focus much more on Orc Exalted. I am going to start making Orc Exalted soon. It was also pointed out to me, I think by Nicolad, that the Goblin Martyrs, Goblin Exalted would also be a good option. So maybe you'll find a city down here that would be good at producing those. I'm pretty sure I have a city with a dungeon in it somewhere down here. Or no, maybe I'm getting that confused with the Lich Castle. Might have that confused with the Lich Castle. Yeah, I don't think I have any goblin cities with dungeons, unfortunately. But they may still be helpful against the machines. But the Orc Exalteds, I think, are the ones I want to... I mean, I can start making them next turn. So, and I will probably just leave that making Orc Exalteds every turn for most of the rest of the game. It kind of depends on what I need and what I run into, but having a lot of units with regrowth would be nice. So I hear you, Arch Redbeard. I hear you. I'm getting to it. Okay, so now I have to actually start making some decisions. Well, let's let's continue on through these notifications here. Public baths done. Was kind of upgrading this towards Shrine of Smiting. I'm gonna take that off and produce merchandise for the moment. It's not that important that I get a grand palace in this city like right now. Growing this city would actually probably not be a bad idea. Just to get, I don't know, that might make the Tigrans happy. Actually, I'm not sure if overall population growth makes them happier. Let me check that. Tigran race relation. Tigrans are... It gives me population info, but I don't think that affects the overall race happiness. It affects how much race governance I'm getting per turn, which is miserable for the Tigrans. But I don't think the population affects their overall happiness. Number of cities would, like if I built more cities for them or migrated some existing cities to Tigran, that would help. But I don't really have any means of doing that right now. In any case, I'm going to leave that as produce merchandise for the moment, mostly because I really need gold right now, and that city can't really possibly do that much of anything important. Also notice that there are 2 mana nodes in this city that have been unconverted, so I could transform both of the nodes, those to destruction nodes, which is going to give me a nice little boost in research and mana. I will do that if I get a chance, but I think a scout is the higher priority right now. Domain invasion down here, I definitely need to do something about this. I will probably do that first, I think. That should be an easy battle. Let's go ahead and look at the tribute option up here. I did just spend a bunch of mana on an item, and I have been spending a lot of mana. So I think I'm going to take that 90 mana. I don't really want a small army of crappy units. I'm just going to take the 90 mana. Yeah, I mean, I guess it may not have been a bad idea to garrison them over there, but I guess these guys are on their way over there anyway, so just to guard against future overworld events. Okay, city is occupied. I could hasty plunder. Somebody brought up the idea of hasty plunder, scorcher, that kind of thing. Just burn the city to the ground. I want to keep the city. I don't want to just start pillaging cities yet. There's enough gold to be gained from this city, I think, because there's a trading post and gold mine over here, and in general, I still need my economy to grow to support the armies I'm making. So I'm not ready to just burn down a city, or, I mean, hasty plunder would give me a lot of money, like, up front, but I think I haven't even knocked out a single computer yet, so I want to probably stick with long-term strategy here and not just burn the place to the ground. One thing I could do is migrate the city to Tigrans, but I have to remember that I also have a halfling hero, my sorcerer, who has Chaos Rift. I used to have 2, but the Dreadnought died in the last episode. And I want to keep her happy too. So, and her morale's already at minus 175. So I think I'm just going to maintain the status quo here. Just going to absorb that city as it is and pretty much use it to generate gold for the rest of the game if I can hold it. So let's do that. Yes. Absorb population. Alright, back over here to my undead. What was it that... Okay, I looked this up once and then I forgot it. Let's look this up again. Archon casters. They require... Wait, does it tell me what they require here? I actually forget what I need to build in order to get them. And this doesn't tell me. I can't actually make any units here. That leads to the Barrow. Neither of these lead to anything, so it must be the Sigil of Awakening that I need. That's a different way I can look it up. Let's look up Barrow. Okay. Unlocks the production of the Archon Revenant Caster unit. That's what I need. So I want this city making that. Okay. Don't want any production for Frostmere. You guys can just do merchandise. Maybe I could sell the walls. I always forget to do that, but this might be a situation where that would be smart. Holding it against well, I don't know. Honestly, like, if archangels get up in there, it's not going to be hard. Like, they don't have ranged attacks, so having the walls there doesn't really matter. If the Juggernaut gets in there, that could be a bit more of a pain. I got a feeling this city's going to change hands a lot. It takes a turn to dismantle the stone wall. You know, and I'm still going to have to go through wood walls either way. I'll keep it. I have every intention of holding this city over the long run. I'll keep it in there. I don't think the Juggernaut alone is going to be that big of an issue to get through the walls and get at him. I got plenty of flyers. I mean, Karzan himself is a flyer. So I'm not too worried about that. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is and generate merchandise on this turn. Honestly, I'll probably generate almost as much in merchandise as I would as selling the wall. Not quite as much, but... Okay. Alright, well, time to talk about what's going on over here. In fact, time to just go ahead and get this done, I think. So, I've got Karzan's army here. They can't move onto that mountain, but they can get here, which gets them out of range of the Grumpy spell. And I can also get a little bit of backup for them. I can get these guys over here. And that'll help me fight just a bit. I can also pull Farron's army in. It won't hurt to have them there, but I've already checked they can make it pretty far. And so can the little cadaver. So what I'm gonna do is put Farron's army all together and let them sit on the unpleasant terrain for now. And then I will move them onto this spot. What that's going to do is leave me in a triangle formation. Farron's army might fumble a bit in this battle, but it's better to have them in here than not have them in at all, I think. And this will leave me in a nice triangle just outside of Dread Omen's reach. One thing I need to do ASAP is heal the snake, which is just getting wrecked. I need to try to level... I actually need to try to level this snake up in this battle if I can. She will probably come in Ice Nova. In fact, I would bet money that that's exactly what she's going to do. So let's do this. Let's get Farron back here and heal undead on the snake. Move the snake up to here. Heal undead on the snake. Now he might get blown away by a cannonball, but I've got lesser reanimate undead on Farron, so he can get him back up if I need to. And the cadaver is the meat shield, so go forth, Envy and Meat Shield. The glutton doesn't have a lot of defense, but he should be alright just sitting there. Pretty much just leave everybody else spread out so as to avoid getting blown away by too much crap all at once. And let's see, I want to get... First things first, I kind of wish they didn't charge me, but first things first, I want Karzan like right here next to this thing. I'm going to turn him and face him this way and have him eat his nourishing meal so he's not angry. I want these guys all over that Juggernaut. I don't want him to be able to attack or do anything very easily. But leave him on defense and let them make a mistake. Firstborn pretty much should probably just recklessly charge in. Yeah, deal out some damage. And I forgot to protect the Exalted. Or, I mean, I forgot to protect Karzan. He'll be okay, though. Those things probably can't even hardly damage him. It won't tell me what but I don't think they'll do much damage to him. I don't think I need to worry too much about him. The giant should also probably try to get in close to these things if it can. Hopefully they don't all gang up on him. He's not quite as tough as the firstborn, I don't think, but... Well, no, he's got just as much defense as they do. He's got a little less resistance, but he does have more health, so he should be fine. Just doesn't have that fire resistance to back it up. You could use some healing, so I'll go ahead and do that. And probably use the Exalted to just further bug this thing. Okay, I think that's about as well as I can set this up. Okay. Oh, I turned around. No, I don't want you to do that. Alright, didn't lose anybody, but the Wraith took quite a bit of damage. I want this snake to get XP. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it unless I can somehow tangle something up or stun it or something. I don't really think those armies have any way of doing that. Actually, Farron has the ability to entangle, I think. I've had this item on him for forever. Maybe he could help. Could give it a try, at least. But I don't know if I'm gonna really have time. I don't think I can really afford to wait for the snake to get here. I kind of need to break some stuff. Alright, let's let the giant smash this up a bit, because he's close to it. Actually, you could do a nasty hit to that Ice Queen right there. Yeah. Alright. Let the giant smash this thing up. Make good use of Demolisher. Karzen's got killing momentum. So ideally what I would like to do is... I want to turn her around again. I think that's what I want to do. I need to get this guy out of here, I think. He's a bit beat up. Probably back him up and then throw a curse from the longest range that I can. Go a little further. Curse her. Turns her around. I want that Juggernaut to turn back around. I want to get in its face. Sorry if you hear any clicks. I needed to sneeze a couple times. I've been muting my mic in and out. Don't want to lose anything. I just need to keep stuff spread out. I can afford to like have something drop because I can reanimate it, but I don't want to go overboard. Alright. I want to probably try to kill that Juggernaut. Or I could just go all out on the Ice Queen and get rid of her. I think if I can kill the Ice Queen, I probably should. I can use the dragon to go after this other Juggernaut, so I think I'll do that. Let's go ahead and Warcry and just get her off the table. Alright. Have these guys smash this up a bit. They can actually move here and get a flank attack on it if I shoot it with this guy first. I was hoping to scorch it. That's okay. Flank attacks are better than nothing. And then Karzen can Warcry and go in for the kill. Alright. Might lose those guys if they both gang up on him, but we'll see what happens. Alright, take a nice big bite out of that thing. And I think the snakes may still be able to get a kill. I'm going to move this one a bit towards in a more useful spot because I may need him to try to stun one of those. Because I guess the snakes have stun as an option if I can get them close enough. We'll just go on defense for now. Actually, you know what? Just because I can't touch my faith on the glutton. That's okay. Let's see what they do. I think that's it. Probably will try to move and... Okay, he just ran away. Okay, good. They're running right into my snakes, though. That's useful. Oh, they went and tried to kill the cadaver, and he barely survived. Way to go, buddy. There's probably a little snack up there if you can get to it. Who else has healing? I think I've used all my undead healing already. Well, the Wraith King doesn't because I'm not a necromancer. It's just the right now. It's just the Reanimator and Farron. Karzan's book is still on the way. So the only thing that could heal this guy is that Ice Queen, which I think sounds like a yummy snack. I would like to try to stun or kill. I wish that guy wasn't in the way. Okay, well, at least I stunned that one. This snake may be able to stun this other Juggernaut. But if it doesn't, I need a backup plan. It actually might outright kill it. No, it won't. It won't kill it. Okay, but I did get the stun. Perfect. So that's going to give me enough time to heal that, to heal this guy. Now I need to start thinking about healing my other units. Karzan's got healing. Those guys used it already. I think it's just Karzan. I'll probably have him heal the Orc Exalted. Got a little beat up there. And now, hopefully, I can get a kill with the snake. It's acting like that spot. Oh, wait, okay, there we go. Yeah, I'll be good. I would like to try to make sure that snake killed both of these things. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Whoa, no, 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 not auto combat. Missed the click. Oh, yeah, these guys have healing too. That's right, because I'm a Theocrat, so I'll support units. Who else needs it? Just move them this way for now. I'm glad it gives me a second to fix my auto combat mistake. Alright, we'll leave everybody on defense. You can go ahead and do your transfer pain thing for XP. You can stand around. You could try to dispel it. It's not gonna matter. I just dispelled the nourishing meal buff. But it doesn't matter because it's XP regardless, so. And he can actually heal somebody too, so maybe I want to get him back down here. They could touch by faith. Probably will run around and use that on Karzan. And the glutton can just sit around. He can taunt. No, he can't taunt those. That's okay. Just trying to cheese as much XP out of this one as I can. Alright. As long as they don't use any spells or do anything crazy, I should be fine. So I know the snake could kill that one. I might be able to get lucky and stun this one. Oh, Farron could also try to web it too, because he's got that spider mount. That's also an option. I think what I'm gonna do is get the guaranteed kill with this snake. That gets him up to 149. He does not need much. That will give me 2 hits on it, which shouldn't kill it unless I crit. Like, I'd have to do max damage. Let's first try the safe thing and try webbing. Okay, greater webbing, touch resisted, so try stunning. I think, did stun work? It is stunned. Okay, good. So I should be able to level my snake up again, get him evolved. Cadaver can munch on this corpse. There we go. Heal him up a bit. The less undead I have to heal, the better. And then these guys can pretty much patch up whoever's left that needs it. So, like, he could use some healing. Firstborn are in pretty good shape. This guy could use some healing. Karzan can throw a Sun Spirit something, I guess. Don't want you hurling any boulders at anything. I think pretty much everybody else is good. Oh, you can heal too. You could heal Karzan. It actually doesn't matter if he heals again, really, because he's already maxed out his or he already healed once this battle. So, oh gosh, I forgot about that. At least that didn't cause any major problems. All right, first off, let's level the snake up. Okay, now we gotta break this other thing. Would not mind letting the, well, the glutton's too far away. Kind of wanted to rank him up a bit, but that's all right. Go over here and let Karzan do this. Okay. Not bad. Takes care of that army, leaves my units in a decent position. The only problem here is that I don't really have much to the west. I've got some stuff in this area. I think as a backup emergency plan, I'm going to pull these guys. I'm going to leave the scout down here, but I'm going to pull these guys back in case the Archangels take the city and then try to rush through here real fast. Probably safer to pull them back, just in case. I've already moved them as much as I can. Got this other builder here. I actually forget what he was doing. I guess he was building the fort on that Heart of the Blight. So I got two builders coming from two different directions. I think he was maybe going to build a road down through all this, but I actually kind of want to leave that as wetlands right now because I don't really want to send any units down through there. I may leave the builder in this area so that he can like build a road quickly if he needs to, but for the moment, I think he's okay where he's at. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do is move these guys over here, at least to where they're. You know what I'm gonna do is build like a road here to make a little bit more of a straight line to the city, and then I can put even another road like here. This is gonna be a really weird looking road network, but that's okay. It's about efficiency, not how pretty it looks. I can't actually get anybody back to that city on this turn, but I'll move them something like this for now. And that way they can run up real quick if they need to. And they'll also protect the builder for the time being. Okay, so Farron's army is good. That group can actually use some healing. That group could too, but I can't really get any healers with them. I guess I can move Farron onto that tile, but I need the healing. I really need healing everywhere, to be honest, for undead. I need those casters as soon as I can get them. But that's good for now. So I've got my other Cherub Scout here. I think that one can stay where it is. This one can probably stay where it is. Actually, you know what? This one I want to move up a bit, because I know Greens moved their army down in that direction. There's also this cave entrance here. Hopefully they didn't send anything down there. Keeping an eye on that cave entrance may also be pretty important. So I will do that. Maybe I will move him like here on that mountain tile. You'll have a pretty good view of what's going through along those roads. All right, do I want to send these guys up or do I want to send them east? I really think east is the bigger concern right now. I've got a few units going up there. There's not much at the moment, but I mean, I've got like also these undead in this area. There's not really anything coming through here. More long term, they'd be reinforcing Karzan's armies. But I feel like the hot spot right now, Karzan's army and Farron's army are actually really doing work up here. They've knocked out a ton of this Juggernaut stuff. I don't know that I need a lot more reinforcements in the area. I know I need a lot more here because I want to spread both east and northeast from here. So I think these guys are going to go join my armies over here. Keep reinforcing them. I know I've already got several of them over here, but that seems like the safe play. And I'll probably send that Shrine of Smiting over there too. In the meantime, I've got that bundle of people there. I'm okay with letting them retake this city. It's not the end of the world if they do. I can just get it back. I don't think I'm going to be able to protect it, but I do want to get these guys somewhere safe. Alright. I can move those... Oh yeah, I was talking about moving those Crusaders down to where they could get that city back from the Eagle Riders. I think they can handle that by themselves. So I will send them that way. The Giants can stay there for now until I figure out what I want to do with them. All this stuff can stay where it is. Although I might move it forward just a bit. Get into more of an offensive position. Actually, I'm going to swap places. Because I got another Storm Sister coming on the next turn. Okay, I'll leave them there. That's fine for now. Until I can get back up in this area. Cherub's good there. Got this other Cherub exploring in the back. You know, I was thinking about this. I may as well fly over and try to actually get these cities on the map. The Cherub might get picked off, but if he does, you know, it's fine. He's done his job. He's gotten all the way over to the east. You know, I'm actually at the halfway point. When I look at it, I think I probably control more territory than anybody else right now, unless somebody has a substantial amount of territory underground, which I really don't. But I think I'm doing okay in terms of overall territory. I'm at least at that halfway point, kind of where this river is. If I can push past that, I'll be in pretty good shape. Alright, this guy was the guy who was going to get the Heart of the Arctic, which I really can't wait for. I want to get a fort on that ASAP, and he should be okay to move up to about there. Alright. And then I think down here I was talking about sending the goblins north, which I think is still the best plan. Where are my Swarm Darters? Did I move them already? I moved them somewhere. Lost them. There they are. So on the next turn, they'll grab those haste berries and try. Okay, yeah, that's right. So we'll keep them there for the moment. Let the Cherub continue exploring. I want him to get up here and keep an eye out for enemy units, primarily. He'll be kind of like the scout for the goblin stuff, I think is how I'm going to use him. Alright, I got to do something about these dwarves. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's fall back and go ahead and take care of this little problem. Go ahead and attack with the flyer, and then I can keep going. It would be helpful to think about what direction these guys came from, though. I'm not really sure. They seem to pop up out of nowhere. It's actually really hard to tell which direction they're even facing because of all the glowing effects. I'm pretty sure they hold that hammer in their right hand, so maybe they did just come down the road from the east. It's possible. They may have just ran right past my army thinking they would go straight for the city. Well, I got news for them. That ain't gonna work. Alright, what is this crap? I don't like it. Devout units suffer -3, but bestows +3 on undead units. Well, that kind of sucks, because I got a lot of devout units in this army. Yeah, she's devout, he's devout, he's devout. The giant is not devout. And the cavalry also is... No, the cavalry is devout too. Order of Templar Knights. Right, okay, so this one's going to be kind of all in the halfling. Fortunately, we're just dealing with mostly melee units in the background. You know, let's just get this party started the right way. First off, by not freezing her. Get Thunderstorm going. I don't think we need Chaos Rift for this one. That might be overkill. We'll kill the Lost Soul with the Boulder. Well, we won't kill it. Some tough Lost Souls, jeez. You know what, I'm okay if he runs up and hits the priest once. That's fine. I could probably do something tricky with the flyer here if I do enough damage to them. If I charge in with the flyer, I could kill that one. Move down here and kill this one. Okay. Now I want to move forward and stand on that stuff. I don't like all the damage they're going to do to those guys. It's because of this desecration thing. They're not going to kill him. I'll be able to heal him, but I still don't like it. Sit there. Oh yeah, you should be absorbing pain on stuff. I want to get you evolved. And then we'll move the knight forward. Maybe right here. Just guard those guys. Should be alright. Oh yeah, they got more in the back, right? Okay, failed the Disjunct Thunderstorm. That's ideal. Everyone's ganging up on the knight. You know, they always do. They really always do. Okay. I think that you should try to stun him. Odds are not good. Okay, the shocking triggered. Perfect. It's one less guy I gotta worry about. Need to deal with this one that's in my face here. I want to try to let the Martyr get that kill, if I can. He's almost leveled up. As a matter of fact, what I could do is I could sprint. The retaliation would be pretty brutal on that guy. I don't want that. So let's do like this. He could handle one hit. Try to chunk out a bit of health there. That turns him around so the knight can... Again, I don't want to take too many hits in retaliation, but one is okay. And that might leave him pretty close to death. Not quite. What would happen if you charged in? You would not do quite enough damage. Alright, so I need to soften him up a bit more. And maybe soften him up even a bit more. Like with the cherub. Smack him once. Maybe a melee attack with this guy? No, don't crit. I'm trying to make sure this guy gets the kill. There we go. Alright, levels him up to silver rank, almost gold. Alright, now let's see what we can do about these guys. I want to just Warcry and go nuts on this thing, which is probably what I'm going to do. I don't have a way of resurrecting these units, so I need to be careful and actually check to see how much damage. He really won't do that much damage. It's primarily the Firstborn that's the threat here. So I think what I could safely do, though, is move here with the flyer. The flyer's going to be more resistant to that flame anyway. So I'm gonna turn him around. But I only want to hit him once. Alright. The shock trooper can probably finish him off with a good old-fashioned war cry to the back. Alright. I need to position... Ah, crap. I put myself in a position where I'm going to have to freeze out my shot. Oh, wait, no, I don't. He's got killing momentum, so he can actually move back and guard that spot still. Knight can stay there. She can actually what I'm going to do is move the knight. So she can heal the knight without exposing it, and then move the knight back. There we go. This guy can run and throw from pretty much anywhere, so we'll get a nice flank hit on that guy, on the Forge Priest. I think I just realized that I'm referring to everybody as that guy. And that's it for my turn. I think that's pretty good. Let's see what they do. Tried to dispel stun. They're just gonna heal their guy. Alright. Can take these firstborn all day. He's probably still oh, he's drenched. That doesn't help him either. He's not shocked though. Wait, maybe he... No, the shock weakness is from being drenched. Alright, so I'll try this again and see if I can get lucky. Not this time. Well, it doesn't much matter because you're going to get smushed. And now you're going to take a hit to the back. And you are going to take a giant pickaxe to the back. Actually, you can finish him off. Then you can go after this guy. In fact, I'm going to have you go on defense out here. Just force him to take a hit when he moves away. I can get the knight. Actually, I want that knight going after the crossbows. Yeah, you can fumble, I don't care. I want you to heal, stand here and heal yourself. To keep these guys from coming back. I'll go ahead and heal the spearman as I can get just a little bit more out of that. Probably, maybe you should have healed the martyr. I'd like to get him another kill if I can. He's not really under any threat from anything though, so I should be fine. Except for maybe the crossbows. Yeah, what I could do... Can't move that knight off without having the elemental or the lost soul come back. So that's a bit unfortunate. I'm gonna play it safe with this guy, kind of keep him back here. We'll see what these guys do. I would like to kill that crossbowman on this turn, but I don't know that I'm gonna be able to. Let's see how much damage I could do with... Oh, I can't do any damage with the priest because I moved them both. You know what? You've got killing momentum. Just do that. Problem has been solved. That guy's got a knight breathing down his neck, so there's not much he can do. Even if he moves max distance, he could not reach that spearman. So we're gonna just try to make him think twice about moving, because he's gonna take a flank attack from a knight. I don't think... Yeah, I could lose the cherub if I attacked with him, so... I think this is alright. I forgot about Thunderstorm still being active, so he's gone anyway. Alright, you've set my giant on fire. Of this I am not happy. That did a lot of damage, jeez. Could maybe use some mana from her to heal him. It got harmonizing energy. I don't know if I really need to, but it depends on how quickly I run into other stuff. I do have a lot of healers in these stacks, so he'll probably heal up pretty quick. I don't think I'm going to even waste the mana. Well, you know what, though? It's XP, and that's always good. So we'll go ahead and Harmonizing Energy the poor guy. I've got enough mana to spare for that, I think. Alright. Can I squeeze out a little bit more XP for those martyrs? Probably not without taking a bunch of extra damage. They'll level up in the next battle. I can at least get another flank hit with them. They can't level up again in this battle anyway, so that's fine. Who else needs XP? Shock troopers are always good choices, I think. Yep. Although I don't really want to be retaliated against. Wait. There we go. Okay, no losses. They're all dead. Now hopefully I can carry on with the more important business of knocking the halflings out of the game. I do somewhat worry about what could come from Westville down there. That actually, now that I think of it, her leader might be down there. I wonder if it's worth just leaving some units in this city and sending the halfling army off by herself to go down here and investigate Westville. You know, actually, I think I want that tower. That'll give me some more useful information, so I'll go for that for now. Should be safe to get to. Oh, Ganon can be upgraded again. He doesn't really, I don't really want to absorb pain on him. I think I've talked about that a little bit before. Turn Undead might be useful, but he's not really fighting Undead. Monster Slayer, yeah, you never know. Might come in handy. I'll pick that up. Cure Disease. Probably unlikely against who I'm fighting to be dealing with a lot of poison. Like, there's not any rogues and there's not any goblins, so I think I'll pass on Cure Disease. Undead Slayer, maybe. I might pick that up later. I think for the time being, probably will just mostly buff his health and defense and resistance. So I guess defense would be next up. I'll save the rest of those points. I think we can stop making Swarm Darters. I guess this guy can run forward and hang out with the tiger in that city. But I think that's enough Swarm Darters. Oh no! Ah, crap. I just clicked next turn without even... I was going to summon the chair... Dang it. I was going to summon that cherub and go scout south. And I was just clicking through notifications and accidentally ended the turn. I'm in okay shape. I'll be alright, I think. I mean, probably going to lose the city, which is annoying, but... I should be okay. Let's see what Ali Thistlewood does. So they're going to take that city back on the next turn, I guess? Why would you not just take it now? Oh, there she is. She's right there. Okay. That changes my calculations a bit. Oh, well, there's Dread Omen again. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big problem. Frickin' sorcerers causing trouble. Here comes more machines and more gluttons. What a mess. Let's see what else is going on up here. They gonna take the city? I really wish they would. I don't know. It's still her turn, but she may have been forming up with the Juggernaut for some reason first. She didn't need to. It's a free city. I wonder if I could just run in there and overwhelming force it. Wait, hang on. Green is... Yeah, green's Draconian Sorcerer. Feeric. Orange is the Dreadnought. So green... I get confused because when I made Dova the Keen, the Dragon Sorcerer, or Draconian Sorcerer, I made him orange. So I see orange and keep thinking it's him, but orange is actually Feeric, Draconian Dreadnought. So I keep getting those two confused. So all those green units down south are Dova the Keen's sorcerer units, which makes sense since there's an Eldritch Horror with them. I wonder if... I just got Disintegrate. I just got Disintegrate, and I have an evil, evil idea. And it may depend on whether those Crusaders... I could even do it with maybe even a Cherub. Although she may try to banish the Cherub. If those Crusaders can at least get to that battle, I might be able to disintegrate Ally Thistlewood and call it a day. Halflings are weak. They are weak to physical damage. And that's what Disintegrate checks again, I believe. I will double check when I get it. But this may have been borderline perfect timing. Alright, I don't know where green is going now. They're apparently just going backwards. Guess maybe they're discussing amongst themselves who gets to have the city. I guess they're going to let the former owner take it back. In the long run, it's not going to matter because I'm going to have the city and all the other cities. Let's see. Let's look at her defense. She's got 13. But she's still got that physical weakness from being a halfling. She just surrendered to me. Oh, man. I don't think I want to accept surrenders. It makes the game too easy. If I can manage to... I think, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get those Crusaders into that battle and at least try to fight her. Or at least try to disintegrate her. In part because I think it's a more honorable way to go, and also in part because I think it would be funny. So... yeah, that sounds like a good way to end this episode. So what I think I will do... Whoops, switch back over here. Well, hey, we can get those Exalteds going now. Make everybody happy. Alright, there you go. Orc Exalteds, infinite production. Wait, why am I not making them in one turn? I've got 182 production. How much do they take? Is it just over that? It's just over that. I've got to get that city to more happy. And I don't know how to do that. I already built the arena in there. That makes it a little happier because of the Orc Gate race governance I got. Oh, recasting Sanctified Sites would help. There's that. Part of the reason why I'm not happy. I think I've got the hospital in there already. The only other thing would be to upgrade and build... It's not worth it. I'll make the Exalted, and I'll try to get Sanctified Sites back up soon if I can. Is it worth it, though? In the long run, I could get more of them out if I just get the Masters Guild, the Great Temple, and the Grand Palace. But then I'm investing 6 turns towards that. I think I'm going to count on getting Sanctified Sites back up for at least the short term. I guess I want to get at least some of these guys out into the fight. So we're going to do Orc Exalteds. Not going to let anything stop me. Put them on infinite production. And I'll try to figure out a way to get that city's morale up. If you guys have ideas that I'm not thinking of, let me know. But before I do anything else, I think we need to figure this out down here. So, let's give those Exalted the haste berries. And they can hopefully make it. Yes, they can. They can attack either stack. So I'll move them here. Or I may need only one. I'll bring I'll bring both. Just in case she does something weird to one of them. Wait, hang on. Maybe there's some way I can make this better. So, Mark of the Heretic marks units and target army as heretics. It just increases devout damage against them. Is there any other way I can lower resistance or something? I don't think so. See, the problem is if I lose this, I don't know. How much does Disintegrate cost to cast? There it is. Only 20 mana. That's 40. I could pop that off 3 times. Fires a bundle of destructive energy. Attempts to destroy target unit. If it fails, the unit suffers 20. It might kill her anyway, whether or not it works. It doesn't really say what it checks against, but I'm pretty sure it checks against physical. So you know what? We're just going to do this. This is goofy, but why not? Why not just for the lols? Alright, Ganon, you're up. Where is she? Let's make sure I target the right one. 54% chance. She resisted the first attempt. There's another one on the way. Let's let that Eagle Rider come in, but let's not get double hit by Wingbeat. That'd be great. Yeah, go ahead and heal her. You just park it right there, and you can park it right there. That Eagle Rider isn't going to do squat to either of you guys. In the meantime, did she heal herself? Did she let her own guard down? Because if she did, I should be even more likely to get her. Where'd she go? Hang on. Where's she hiding at? She's back here? Got it. Done. I disintegrated the halfling. That feels so good after last episode. You guys have no idea. Okay, that should do it. Allie Thistlewood has lost. Goodbye, you jerk. I never want to see you again. You and your dumb halflings can all just go away. Okay. Problem solved. And with that, all her armies disappeared down there, so I can move these guys back up to do more important things. So there's a big win for me. I'm going to do a few more things this episode just to tidy up here, but I think that's a nice way to round out the episode. Could not have gotten Disintegrated a more perfect time. Also, now that I've got that, I think Greater Disjunction is the next priority, given these kind of situations. Need to be able to get rid of that stuff. I do see quite a few more machines headed this way, so I can't really afford to... I wonder if it's worth it to just run in there and try to take that stuff out despite the low morale. I don't know. That seems risky. Like, some units could actually disband. I think it's like a minus 500. It's a nasty penalty. I don't know if I can really even afford to risk that. What I might do is go back up here to where the bulk of this stuff is trying to come through and try to block it, maybe? I don't know. You guys, I'm going to leave that for the next episode. You guys can let me know what you think about this situation here, and I'll take your thoughts into account. I did finish a Grand Palace down here in that Goblin City, which is good because that means that city can pretty much go on merchandise. Although I may want to make Goblin Exalteds down here, just to have at least a city producing them. What does the Library of the Dark Arts do again? Produce monster and infantry units at Fear Strike. Oh, hang on a second. There's an idea. Exalted or infantry, so I could get Exalted with Goblin Exalted with Fear Strike. I like that idea. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and queue up the Theocrat Conclave and then the Library of the Dark Arts. Not a bad idea. Alright. Alright, still sticking with the Storm Sister production for now. The Storm Sisters are kind of in the wrong place. They need to be fighting the Juggernaut units, not the Sorcerer units. But I guess the Dreadnought's just kind of everywhere, though, so... Okay, I could run down there and take that city, but I think the bigger problem is up here right now. Ganon's army probably needs to come back and help out over here until I can get this area under control. Plus, that Heart of the Arctic, I need to be able to hold and protect that. There's too much snow, and I need to be able to do something about all that. So, hopefully they don't come back and take those items. That would kind of suck. Maybe I could leave a small garrison here that could just ward off, like, little armies and let Ganon go deal with the big boy stuff. I could leave the giants in that city. They do have a nasty range attack with their boulders. Who else needs to stay with Ganon? I actually kind of like his group, but I was thinking about mixing that shock trooper in there instead of the human knight. I like the human knight, but my shock trooper's got nicer bonuses. And tireless, enchanted armor, all that good stuff. I think I'm going to swap the knight in Ganon's army for that guy. I'll leave the knight here. And I definitely want to keep the troll, and the reanimator is a good fit for them too. So I will let the giants sit down here with the knight and the cherub just to kind of hold this against a light group of attackers and maybe protect that item bag until I might have a chance of resurrecting my old hero. Then they can all move up or do whatever on the next turn. Open borders and peace treaty. Hang on a second. That might be worth doing. I'm still plenty evil, as far as I know. So being nice a little bit, it's not going to cost me anything. Sure. I would actually really like to have them become a vassal. That'd be very useful to have a second dragon vassal underground. So, yeah, especially in that position. If I can make them a vassal before the computer does, that's probably preferable. I only need 4 turns, so we'll keep an eye on that. Alright, produced observatory is done. I can now mass produce Storm Sisters here as well. Is that explored? Ooh, I really want that in my borders. They'll grow fairly soon. I could do wooden wall and stone wall and try to get it in my borders that much faster. It's 30 gold per turn. How much would it cost to just hurry production? I don't want to do that because city morale. I can produce Storm Sisters, but not in 1 turn here. Not yet. I think I'm going to just try to boost forward with the walls to get the extra... Or I could boost forward with happiness. Try to grow the city that way by building the public baths and hospital. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to... Because I want to get that in my borders soon. I need the money. Also would like to clear those mermaids out if I get a chance. I don't have any units that could do that in the area, but I think probably public baths is a good choice for this city. And then the hospital. Try to buff its happiness a bit. I can also plant more trees, which the elves like, so maybe I'll do a little bit of that actually right now because I'll probably forget going into the next episode. So let's grow some happy little trees, as Bob Ross would say, and try to make the elves happy little elves. Alright, that'll work. That'll hopefully jumpstart that city. It's got that in the borders now, the Flow Rock Quarry, so that's helpful. But yes, definitely an extra 30 gold per turn would be ideal. Still can't really do a join offer for you guys. There's too much crap going on in this area, and I couldn't protect them if they went straight north. Even though I probably will pull Carson's army back to this spot, I think. I could also get really aggressive with Carson's army and rely on other stuff for defense too. There's an option. I don't know. A lot of domain invasions and items arrived. Okay, good. Carson got his creepy book, so I can use him to heal undead now too. Probably put that higher in his skill set, maybe there. You know what? Let's, before we end the episode, swap that helmet on. I can see a little further. That doesn't really give me any more information than I already had, though. So, just wanted to take a quick peek and see if there was anything there. I will switch that back. Alright, I know there's a domain invasion at Frostmere. Gulagar can discuss join offer. I know that is. Keep ignoring that. Domain invasion here. That has been dealt with in the most glorious way imaginable. And another city affected by Dread Omen, which was cast by Allie, and she's gone. So at least there's that. That's nice. Unfortunately, this one must have come from somebody else. Must be Dova. Yep. But at least that one's gone. There's one way to disjunct a spell. Just kill the person who cast it. Alright, a lot of the rest of this is going to be production choices and stuff, so I think I'm going to wrap this one up here probably about that time. So why don't you guys let me know what you think about the situation up here. I guess, do you want me to maybe go in for the kill on this stuff with Carson, move them to a safer spot, but maybe risk units disbanding, which I think is probably the worst idea. Or I could always move up here and deal with the bulk of the stuff that's in that area and still be able to make it down pretty quickly. I've also got this one lone Juggernaut over here, but I'm not really worried about him so much. But let me know what you think about this situation here. Because in the back of my mind is the concern that what if all this stuff just ignores Carson and just runs straight west? Could I manage it? The answer is probably, between the units in that city, these units here, that Shrine of Smiting, and the undead armies that I have here. I could probably handle that, but it's just something to keep in mind. And then I guess also, well, there's not really much I can do about this city right now, so we'll worry about that when we come to it. But I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Hopefully a little bit better performance than last one. I apologize. Last time was just a bad episode all around. But at least we don't have to worry about Halfling RNG anymore. In fact, let's double check. But yep, it's 2 Draconians, a Dwarf, and a Frostling. So no more Halflings. They're gone. Dead and gone. The way it should be. Alright, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. And I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. With regard to Planetfall, just a quick update for those of you who are wondering. October, for the rest of October, is going to be kind of crazy for me. I've got some people coming down on the weekend of the 25th to visit some friends. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to be gone the weekend before that. I'm probably going to shoot to record Planetfall episodes on probably weekends. It's hard to fit it into the week. Because I get busy at work, have to do some overtime sometimes, and plus I just have other plans with friends on various weeknights, so I'm probably going to target weekends, but I might not be able to get that series started until like end of October / early November-ish. If I can get something going before then, I will, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I'm sorry it's taking a little while to get around to that, but it's just kind of the way things are right now. It's work is a problem because of overtime, and it's just kind of everything else piling up with Halloween party for my sister and that I'm going to, and some other stuff. So, but I appreciate your patience, and we'll hopefully be able to get that going fairly soon. So, otherwise, I think that's all there is for this episode. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.